All right, guys, I'm back. Apologies. That was the wifey. She was telling me that she was off. She said 5 minutes. It was literally 5 minutes. All right. But as you can see right here, before she called, I started to cut on it to show you guys. Not sure if I'm going to. Well, yeah, I'll go ahead on and show you the whole cut around. Uh, my wheel is pretty old, but we're gonna utilize every piece of material that we have. Yeah. I wouldn't recommend taking the shield off of this. I mean, it's up to you. You don't save the person, but keep in mind that sparks do fly from it. All right, you got headphones on. You may want to lower it because this angle grind is pretty loud. I doubt you want to just hear that running in your ears. So, all right, here we go. Right there, that's in the way, guys. I'm just gonna take this little hammer that I got right here. I say, hopefully you can see all of these things. I'm trying to shoot this video in a proper manner so you can see what I'm doing, but I'm also trying to, well, I'm not trying anything I'm doing. It's either do or do not. It's not try, guys. Try is no such word. Contrary to belief. Anyway, yeah, that's what I do. Drop gems here and there. Get used to it. Like and subscribe, guys. Like and subscribe, man. I love this. All right. In case you're wondering, the reason why I'm going back and forth like that is because it creates a certain level of grinding the material evenly, so that when you do kind of press down, you don't want to press down on these blades, guys, on these discs, because you'll wind up ruining them faster than they need to be ruined. I know it may seem like it's not cutting, but trust me, it is. Once you get to a certain level of doing this back and forth, it will just slide on in and start slicing like butter. All right. Little piece out the way as well. And we're gonna have to move this one. Actually can stop that off. Yeah, it gotta be done anyway, guys. So instead of just pounding it to get it out the way and then doubling back, I just decided to go ahead on and cut it off now. Still got this piece right here, so let's go ahead on and take care of that. Oh, yep, he did the work. You do not want to lose the treasure. That's what I call it, baby. This is treasure. Copper is scrapper's gold. Pretty sure you heard it before. If you didn't hear it, you're hearing it now. All right, let's finish this off. Yeah, guys, and we made it. Look how much I got left on that wheel. Ooh, it was getting down to the wire, baby. Down to it. And there's only so far you can go with these as well because of the design of this. You know, it has to stick out further than the tool, otherwise you'll start. That's what you kept hearing. It was rattling against the steel, the vibration from it. Yeah. But like I said, I utilize everything. I used to throw them when they would get like, they come about 4 inches out. At a certain point, I would throw them, but I was just wasting it because it would be still to the point where I could utilize it. But, you know, I didn't see that at the time. But now I start using it until it's gone. In the safest possible manner, that is. All right. See that? And this is very high check, guys. Remember that this is steel on steel. Yeah? So, therefore, use caution. Be your own safety person. All right. Separated that. As you can see what's inside of there. That was the line that led up to it. It's the piece that we cut. Oh. Put this aside. And look inside of there. Got a nice motor. See that? This is what we want to check to make sure that it's copper, because it looks like it's copper, all right? But that's a coating that's on there. A lot of times these are aluminum, so you have to do a scratch test, or you can cut it to see. You want to cut the windings just to make sure of what it is on the inside. In a second, guys, I'm going to view this and I'll see what it is. Then I'll show you I'm not sure if you can actually see it the way that I can see it. I know you can see the coloring in it now. Yeah. Well, take a little bit, cut it, and you'll see right here that this is actually, wait a minute guys, bear with me. I don't actually have my file, not right here anyway. So we're just gonna scrape it right here. We're gonna check it like that. And it looks like a treat for me and you guys. Because like I said, this comes off a refrigerator. Now, depending on the make and model, they are usually aluminum. But this particular one is copper. Not sure if you can really tell. I'm looking at it and, you know, I could tell on the video from where I'm standing. But hopefully there's enough lighting. And you can see. See, otherwise it would have been a metallic color. That's awesome. All right, let's free this and the rest of that, and we'll go from there. See that? It pops off. Awesome. Although this may look copper, guys, remember, you always want to do the magnet check. That's the first thing. And if it sticks, then it's not copper. It just has the look of it. The whole thing. Now this portion is actually copper. Yeah. And it's to see if we can actually get in there and take the piece off. I mean, it's up to you if you want to do that. I'll see after I finish. That's what I want to do. Let's just go around and free it up from here. And you're left with that. What I like to do is I'll take this and take off the plastic. Not sure if it's a necessity for what it is that I get in my yard, but I like to just do things a certain way, regardless. I'm not trying to get over. A lot of people tell you, oh, that's just extra. You don't have to do all of that. You know, it just depends on who you are, how you work. For me, once I got it made up in my mind that that's what I'm going to do, I'm going to do it. See, it's not even hard to do, actually. It's quite simple. I'm trying to make sure that you guys can see this. All right, that's better. Just a couple of little plastic pieces. We're just going to let's pull them off. Nothing that's difficult. If it was, trust me, I'd have been a move for it. All right. And this portion, let's see if I can get it freed. It's in the trash. Free our hands. We can utilize both of them. Just bring this down a little. It is non-magnetic. So, it is copper. I know that for facts. I'm looking at it. I can just tell. So, let's see how we can fit this up. I'll be able to get some of it. If my wheel was actually longer, then I can get it in there. But like I said, and you know, depending on who you ask, people will tell you, well, man, I'm not about to waste my time. But it's not a waste of time for me. I'm just doing it. I do this stuff because I love it. And I'm blessed to be able to do it simply because I love it. And not because it's a necessity for me to do it. That actually takes the fun out of things. I tell you have to do something, right? And there we go. Take our little piece out. Just make sure. This is going to actually be number 2. As you can see, there's still a little bit of, and it's hot. And I told you guys, running that angle grinder, all your sawzall, whatever tools you're doing, it becomes hot. A lot of friction. Anyway, because of that solder that's in there, it's actually be a number 2 piece. Just make sure that it's, see, it's magnetic right there, but it's attached to, oh, and that's actually in there, isn't it? Yeah. All right, guys, see, that's why it's important for you to check. This is actually magnetic. So there's either that steel rod that's right here that's running all the way through it, or, you know, it goes enough to where it's becoming magnetic and not really worth it to try to tear apart, that is, you know. So always check, guys, always check. We're just gonna throw this in our little steel bucket over there. All right, this right here is gonna actually go in our prep bucket, heavy metals and everything else like that. See, I got an empty bucket here. It's only empty because I just come back from the yard today, so we're gonna fill this right back up fairly swiftly. Speaking these things out, call things as you want them, not as they are, not as you see them. If you want to create a different experience while you're here, that's it. Just dropping a little game. These little wires right here, I take the time out. I just clip them, throw it in my wire bucket. That's filling up pretty nicely. So just slide that in my little bucket right here. Separate that later. Trash. All right, guys. Now we're here with this motor. There's a bit of cast on here, right here. We're gonna free this up. Gonna take this plastic off. We'll actually, after we do that, I'll show you guys, but these bolts go through here, here, and here. So we can get to just this motor, pop this stator out. Yeah, so let's get to that. I'll be back with you guys in a second. Let me set up for this.